Okay, I know I have been MIA, but I'm kind of shocked to discover that my YouTube AdSense hasn't been. I have only posted once in the past 3 months. And if we're being honest, we probably shouldn't even count that once because it was really just a sign of life video sharing with you all that, hi, I'm here, I'm overwhelmed and busy, I'm alive, and a normal content schedule will be resuming eventually. And though don't get me wrong, I am not rolling in cash. I have still somehow managed to hit the $100 YouTube payout threshold every month, making YouTube feel like a truly passive income stream for the first time. Because before that gap, I was pretty much posting weekly for a year, minus a short break when we went to Europe last summer. And it was during this weekly posting schedule that I got monetized, so I was really afraid that if I stopped, I would lose everything. And while my income did definitely plummet, I still think it's pretty cool that I made anything at all, and it made me think about the is YouTube really a passive income stream conversation as a whole. A conversation I hear a lot among professional YouTubers is that YouTube is not actually a passive income stream. I think the only people who are really trying to convince you that it is are people who are potentially making a profit by convincing you that it is. Another conversation for another day. But really, for the most part, YouTubers who are not in the niche of convincing you to be a YouTuber lament often that they feel like they have to always be posting in order to make an income. They're always on and they're scared to go too long without an upload. And I do think this is absolutely the case if YouTube is your main source of income. If you are paying your bills with YouTube or you have a team to support financially, you can't be taking too many breaks and risk slashing 70% of your income, which is what I saw during my 3-month break. Of course, most YouTubers aren't 100% reliant on AdSense, but you could still argue that they do need to still be constantly posting to be able to include their ad reads or other sponsor formats. But for myself, as someone whose primary income is through brand deals on Instagram, and whose YouTube is still somewhat of a passion project, I've been pretty pleasantly surprised by how a few strong videos and SEO implementation can really keep a channel afloat if you have to take a break. Let's look at my past couple months. May was the start of the decline for me. I posted 4 videos, but half of them veered quite niche. They didn't have broad appeal, and I made $472. Honestly, I was quite happy. But the majority of my income was actually from old videos. Only one of the 4 videos I posted that month was in the top 3 earners. Actually, running it back and looking at April, where I had a video blow up, 2 out of the 3 videos I posted that month were my primary income drivers. June, I posted twice with 2 abysmally niche videos. Great for community, but my original plan was to balance those videos with 2 really well done, high concept, wide appealing videos, but I never really got around to it. And I made $227. And that month, none of my top earners were from recent videos. In fact, my top earning video was posted 6 months prior and was racking up views from search. Then we look at July and August, where I made $177 and $165 respectively, and for all intents and purposes, I did not post those 2 months. I did post that I'm overwhelmed video July 24th, but it literally made me $7 and didn't get many views. So effectively, it's like I just didn't post at all. And looking at all of this, I've been really fascinated by how search has been driving the majority of my traffic while I've been not posting. Before I took my unintended break, browse was actually my predominant traffic driver, but now search is making up 30%. But if you actually look a little bit deeper and we go over to external, which is 19%, 63% of my external traffic is actually because of my videos showing up in Google search. So I'm still attributing that to search traffic. Again, 150, 175 is not enough to live off of, but it's also not peanuts. And I think what's most interesting about this to me is what it potentially means for the future. I'm really curious about how much I might passively make were I to have more strong SEO videos under my belt. If it weren't just 4 videos carrying my channel, but 40? Is that unreasonable? I also think it just makes a really good case for SEO-driven videos in general. Because while I've actually always been a true believer in the power of SEO, I've actually stepped back from it a bit on YouTube. And I've been doing that in favor of doing more hooky, concept-driven videos where I'm hoping that the concept itself, paired with good packaging for the title and the thumbnail, will drive enough curiosity for people to click. And when that happens, you tend to see a lot more browse traffic versus search, because these hooky titles often are not titles that people are typing into Google. But I've also found that these hookier, high concept videos require so much more planning and work to be able to pull them off effectively, especially compared to some of my drier SEO-driven how-to videos. From my experience so far, I do think these concept-driven videos do wonders to grow your account. I think those sort of videos in the vein of, how Pinterest changed my life, or the influencer bubble is popping video, they do rack in the views. And I do credit those videos to having spiked my subscriber count and getting me monetized. And some of those videos are still performing in browse, don't get me wrong. But I do kind of find month over month as I'm not posting, they are losing momentum a little bit. So yeah, some serious food for thought as I contemplate my return to YouTube after far too long away. Wait a minute. I also just realized that though I teased in my last video the cause of my absence, I wasn't super forthright. If you follow me on my new vlog channel, you will already know the tea, but I moved to Hong Kong in the beginning of August. When I said we were moving closer to my husband's new job, I meant we were moving overseas. And I feel like pretty understandably throughout a chaotic international move, it was pretty hard for me to balance my content creation goals alongside that. Though in typical chaotic KF fashion, that wasn't the only thing on my plate. I was also really hard at work on a resource for creators who've been really struggling to land brand deals, who have kind of been posting for a while. You may or may not have lots of followers, but brands just don't seem to be biting. So if that's you, and if you don't want to miss the announcement on that, definitely subscribe to my email list. I will drop it in my description. And yeah, I am really excited to get back into a rhythm here, and hopefully it is a while before I again have to discover how truly passive or not YouTube is. But when that time comes, hopefully I can report back on my content strategy, success or failure, and hopefully that number is closer to 4 digits. Thanks for watching, and until next time.